In our previous video, we talked about interest rate and credit and the way that credit is or interest is applied to your payment. So in this video, I want to talk about how much interest you're actually paying. Because a lot of times we think about the interest rate and we think, oh, 3% is great. Oh, 4% is great. And we see the percentage and we're like, yeah, I'm really not paying much in interest. When the reality is actually amazingly different. Typically, we have 30-year mortgages. And if you ever listen to Dave Ramsey, he recommends 15-year. So why is that, and what's the deal with that? Well, the deal with that is that the amount of interest that you're paying is significantly higher than you may think, especially if you consider it how much interest are you paying as a percentage of your payment. So let's go with an example: 30-year mortgage, $300,000 house. We're gonna just do, because of round numbers, we're gonna do 6% interest, and for 30 years. So at 6%, that is 0.5% every month, which on the 300,000, the math is pretty easy. 0.5% would be 1,500 the first month. So we know that the interest is going to be 1,500, but what is the total payment that you usually pay on that type of a mortgage? On a 30-year mortgage, your payment would be $1,798.68, according to the mortgage calculator that I used. And so $1,500 is the first interest payment that you're going to make on that 30-year mortgage. So of that particular month's payment, how much interest are you paying? So I took the interest payment, because that's what we want to know the percentage of, which is $1,500. You divide that by the total payment, which is $1,798.68, and the amount of your payment that is going towards interest, that is being paid as interest, that is 83.39%. So people think, oh, I got a good rate, it's 6%, or I got a good rate, it's 3%. Well, when you take it and divide it by the total of your payment, what you're really paying isn't 3%, it's 83% of your payment is interest. And it blows my mind to think, if you think of it that way, because we're paying a whole lot more interest than we think we are. The principal payment is just a tiny bit of our payment. Now on a 15-year, what is it? I mean, it's the same interest the first month, $1,500, but your payment's going to be more because you're going to be paying it down in 15 years versus 30 years. So what percentage of your payment is interest on a 15-year? So we're still going to say 300,000. We're still going to say 6%, again, to make math easy. Only this year we're going to do 15 years. And here's how the math works out. So your interest that you're going to pay the first month is $1,500 in interest, but your principal payment is going to be $1,031.57. So a total payment of $2,531.57. So you take that the principal interest payment of $1,500, and you divide that by your total payment of $2,531.57, and you get the total percentage that you're paying in interest of your payment is 59.3% of your payment is interest. So you are paying still quite a bit in interest. 59% in interest. But it's a whole lot better than 83% of your payment going towards interest. So I wanted that to sink in and let you know that interest rate, yes, it matters. And to get the best interest rates possible is better. But at any interest rate, if you're going for a 30-year mortgage versus a 15, you're going to be paying a significantly higher amount of your payment towards interest for the first, how many years. And so the term is more important if you can do a bigger payment to get down the amount of interest that you're paying as a percentage of your payment. So again, if you think of it in those ways, 83% of your payment is going to interest. Then it puts a spark, at least it did in me, puts a spark in you to go, I don't want to pay 83% in interest. You need to get that down. And how do you do it? By paying it off. And so that is the ultimate goal of a mortgage, is to get it so that it's completely paid off. You don't have to pay any interest. That is the ultimate goal. So I hope that this, knowing that you're paying a whole lot more interest than you think you are, will encourage you and give you the motivation to get that payment out of your life altogether, and to lower it down to zero as quick as you can. Thanks.